Georgia State Sand Volleyball. First of all, discuss the process of how you found out about the selection and making it to nationals.
So at the beginning of the season, they set up the expectations and the route to how each school or each team can make it to nationals. There's a couple different formats. Our goal from day one has been for our entire team to make it to nationals. So that's how we play the whole season. That's what Play for May means. It means all of us involved, engaged, and working for our common goal. So we got the call yesterday. It was so exciting. Basically, we get an email a couple weeks ago saying, hey, if you are able to attend, respond to this email, send us the information. And then if you are selected, you will hear from us after 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday the 20th. So we all sat around by our phones from about 4 o'clock to about, I think, 4:45 yesterday, waiting for that call to come through.
You've been here since the beginning. Discuss the significance of this, making the nationals in only your third year of existence.
It's incredible. Any college coach, any juniors coach, any sand volleyball coach you talk to, you will hear them say, grow the game, grow the game, grow the game. And that's truly what we're invested in trying to do here, is taking the program from scratch. And we were very lucky to get in so early. So we started building our foundation before some of the programs had added. So that's certainly an advantage. But that's all that we all have in common. Everyone at the collegiate level is trying to grow the game, develop the athletes, and prepare them to go on to play life or play volleyball or whatever it is that they're going to do next.
Tournament itself, you got a 5 seed. There seemed to be some doubt you maybe even make the tournament, but from the outside. But you look like not only did you make it, you actually look like you got a pretty good seed.
Sure.
So to discuss that.
Yeah, so there's a couple of different things. When you look at the criteria that the selection committee looks at to go to nationals, that was clear. There was no question about which schools from the East Coast would be going. And they break it down. I think they have 5 different criteria, and that's not the same criteria that are used to vote for the top 10 on the AVCA or the top 20 on DIG. So it's a different voting process, it's a different polling process, but all of the coaches are aware of the criteria that get you to nationals, and that's what the selection committee looks at and evaluates.
First round opponent, Pepperdine. What are some challenges that they're going to present to you?
A lot of challenges. Every single school that's at nationals is going to be there because they've earned it, and they're going to be there to win the national championship, us included. So Pepperdine is a very distinguished program. I believe they're 2-time national champions. They have great coaching. They have phenomenal athletes, and we're going to just go play our game. We're going to go perform against them and see how it ends up.
And lastly, what are the next 2 weeks going to look like for the team? Are you going to, now you know you have your 7 potential opponents, do you scout a little more specifically for what they tend to do, or are you going to really focus more on yourself? How are you going to handle these next 2 weeks?
That's a great question. So a lot of that is going to depend on the elements at Gulf Shores. So historically, Gulf Shores has a lot of wind. There has been one tournament where it was so windy you couldn't toss the ball out of your hand and catch it in your hand. It would literally blow about a foot before it landed. So a lot of us will be playing with the elements against our opponents. Obviously, there's some scouting involved, but for the most part, we just have to take care of our side of the net and make sure that we're playing our brand and our style of volleyball.